Today I'll be sharing with you my daily journey, and I'm starting with a big glass of water, then off to my exercises for the day by Dick Nunes. Then it's off to the garden, harvesting some fruit. Here I'm harvesting some grenadillas that just fall off when they're ripe and ready. Here's a journey to my garden, just check that everything is in order. I'm starting to harvest some of my last figs. You'll see my figs are actually covered with netting to protect them from the baboons. I'm harvesting some more from another fig tree. I normally do this early in the day before the sun comes in. It just protects all your whatever you're harvesting. Harvesting the salad greens also before it's getting too hot, and getting ready so that I have them on hand for my lunch. And I just love spending some time in the garden. I don't have a lot of time during the day, but I just love to come out and just to see how things are growing. Here's my bowl for my salad lunch today. And I'm starting to prepping my breakfast. I'm always very hungry in the morning because I only have 2 meals in the day, so I eat like a huge breakfast. I'm having some mango today, then some grenadillas from my garden, and some of the last figs. Then I actually layer them with some flaxseed, which I grind every day fresh, just to protect all the nutrients and the oils. Then I also have some buckwheat that is activated. Sometimes I'll have quinoa or some other cooked grain, but this morning I'm having some buckwheat. Then I'm going to add turmeric. I have daily turmeric with my breakfast. That's the last of the packet, organic. I buy definitely organic, then some organic carob. Then I'm off to making some nut milk. I use some cashews, pumpkin seeds today. I alternate them with sunflower seeds, some clean distilled water. Then I also add raw honey. I only use a teaspoon. That's all, the only added sugar that I have for the day. I blend them in my Vitamix that I've done a review on. And yeah, that's basically my breakfast, and now I'm going to enjoy it. I just love this first meal of the day. Then I'm off to cleaning my kitchen, just getting it ready so that when I do make my lunch, my kitchen is nice and tidy. Then off to some Bible study. I'm currently reading through the Bible. And then off to doing some work for the day, like we all have to work. So I'm actually going to start prepping for my lunch today. So yesterday I was baking some butternut in the oven, but I was actually a bit lazy. I just took the easy part. So today I'm just going to cook these. Whatever is left, I'm going to cook so that I've got some for my lunch, and then probably also some left over for tomorrow's lunch. Always when I cook, I try to save time because life is busy, and also it's going to save me tomorrow, and it just makes my life so much easier when it comes to healthy eating, because then I know I've got some of the work done already. So this is just going to be cooked, and then I'm going to continue with the lunch. Yeah, I'm just prepping my butternut to get them ready for my salad, just peeling them and just cutting them in blocks so that they can go into my lovely salad. Okay, so I've harvested some of the greens for my salad for today. I've got some Chinese cabbage, and the reason why I harvest early morning is that I want to harvest before it's getting warm outside. So I probably maybe have a bit too much because I've already made almost like a pesto sauce, but not really a pesto. I actually just find it a way for me to eat a lot of more greens. I've got some avo in there, some lemon and lots of herbs, but then also like spinach, a lot of my greens, celery. So I've got some of that left of yesterday, so I'm not going to add too many leaves for today. And yeah, so greens is quite an important part of my daily routine. Here I've got some sweet potato leaves, which is actually very, very healthy. They say that you can actually survive on sweet potato leaves if you eat the greens and if you eat the actual sweet potato. So I'm just going to cut some of this just to make the salad more beautiful. I actually love layered salads, and then I've also got some different lettuces. Lettuce is very, although it doesn't have a lot of kilojoules, it actually contains a lot of fiber That's very healthy for your gut bacteria. I've got some lovely basil. And then I've got also some sorrel, which is very good for your kidneys. You don't want to eat too much of it, but you can add some of it in your raw salad. And this is a different type of sweet potato. Check that lovely leaf. I actually learned from the guy that's helping me in the garden is from Malawi, and he actually taught me about eating lots of the greens, from the pumpkin leaves, eating the sweet potato leaves. He also loves to take that home. So I've got that, and then I've got some green onions here, which is also extremely healthy. The onion family is very healthy to add to your diet every day. So I'm going to chop my greens up now. So what I normally do is I fold them like a little parcel together. You know, it's just getting ways to make your life easier so that you can keep doing it every day. If you make it too complicated, you're not going to keep up doing it. These Victorinox are very sharp. Just be careful. So I'm just cutting my greens. And then I actually put it in a closed container. That's just actually something that I see people make lovely salads and then they leave it open. Remember, the moment that it's cut, it's going to start oxidizing. And if you leave it open and it gets in contact with oxygen, it starts oxidizing and it's going to lose a lot of the nutrient value. So at least cover it immediately. You're going to use it, and then I'm going to take my green onions. I'm definitely not a chef. I just think I'm good at eating healthy food. You don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be the best person in the kitchen. I'm quite messy in the kitchen, but it's more important to actually to eat healthy and get the food in. You don't have to be a chef to eat healthy. So I'm just going to get a bigger knife here. I love this one, just to make the chewing a bit easier, because you know it's one thing to eat healthy food, but you also need to chew it. So a lot of people, I'm still working on chewing. That is such an important part of eating. So this is just to make my life a bit more easier when it comes to chewing. Cool. So I'm also going to add that to my greens. Greens contain lots of vitamins, minerals, but it also contains protein. People are always concerned about protein, but if you eat some greeny leaves like spinach and kale and those things, they actually contain like almost 50% protein. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start with the base. I actually love to layer my salads. So today I was thinking to take the greens. It's quite a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. And I'm going to mix it with some of my cashew mayo. I've got some avo in here and some lemon and a bit of salt, so that actually does improve the taste a lot. I've got a little bit of salad dressing left from yesterday from the cashew mayo. We don't want to waste anything because food is expensive. I've got a bit of that left, and then I made a new batch of cashew mayo yesterday, so I'm just going to add a bit of this. Give it a good stir. Just makes it a bit more creamy. And yes, I'm going to eat all of it. You don't have to, but just to show you what I do in a day. So this is a great way for me to get it in my greens. So this is actually like a pesto salad dressing combination, and I'm going to layer it at the bottom of my salad. Sometimes it's on top, sometimes it's at the bottom. But it just, if you've got a very nice dressing, it just makes it easier to eat a lot of salad. So you can see there I've got it at the base of my my salad bowl. And I basically do the layering just before I'm going to eat it. So there I've got that. Then I'm going to top it with my greens. Some more greens. Not that you have to have it. But this really cleans the body. Then I'm going to add some, I still have a bit of, not a lot, my tomato harvest wasn't that fabulous this year, but I've got a few. So I'm just going to add some of my random, all different varieties of tomatoes that I've got. Add that to my salad. I'm going to leave the others that they can ripen a bit. Okay. This is quite an interesting one. This is actually a black tomato, and when it ripens it actually turns red. So I'm going to add, say, one of them also. Just the place that I need to cut out. So I'm going to add that. So far everything in this bowl is actually from my garden. I haven't been able to grow everything from my garden. I'm still learning. But there is times when it's going better, but I'm still buying veggies from my local store. So this is what it looks like so far. Then I'm going to add some green pepper. The green peppers is also from the garden. So I actually should have also cut this up first. Sometimes I forget. Then I just close my salad. I actually don't mind the pits and the stuff. I like to eat the pits. I'm just going to cut this. I've got a bit of an artist brain, so I'm not a very good planner. So I basically plant my veggies and whatever I've got I eat. So like for instance now I've got green peppers, I've got lots of greens, I've got still a bit of tomato, I've got lots of herbs in my garden. And that's herbs, I would say, is one of the first things that you can actually start planting, because they are really very easy to grow, apart from the normal basil. But you do get perennial basil, which is easier to grow. And I would definitely, it was one of the best tips that we actually got when we started our health journey, was to start planting herbs. So even when we was still renting, so there's no actually excuse, we started planting herbs in that garden. And so there I've got some more greens. So now I'm just going to layer my cooked butternut that's already cooled down. I'm definitely not going to use all of it, so I'm definitely going to have some more for my and hubby's lunch tomorrow. So in that way I'm actually saving time and just making my life much easier, having no excuses. I actually love butternut. I also love sweet potato, but we already had sweet potato over the weekend, so now I'm opting for some. And I was actually, these are actually organic butternuts that I bought from a supplier, and these are my lentil balls that I made yesterday. Not lentil ball beans, I used white broad beans and atsuki beans, and I've got some oats in there. So this is also a combination. So this has my these are all my veggies, and these are my protein, and it's got some healthy carbs in there. I'm basically just plating. So because I made this yesterday, I'm actually saving time for today. Cool. And then I was actually very fortunate to find some olives only in brine at Food Lovers Market, because I don't use vinegar, so it's only salt in there and my olives. So I'm going to have some few olives. I don't use processed oils, so this is a good fat. I've also got some, there's also some fat in my cashew mayo that, remember, that I put in the bottom. Cool. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That should be more than enough. And then I made this hummus with some beans, and then I actually put some leftover stew also in there. So I'm just gonna put a dollop on there. So that's my lunch for today. Yum yum. Doesn't that look delicious? You want to join? So now it is back to work, and my last bit of admin for the day. After that, I take my kitchen scraps, only veggies and fruit, to my outside compost bins. I'm doing some cold compost that I'm making, that I use in my veggie garden. Then I go for a stroll in town for a nice walk, having some tea, and yeah, that is my day. I hope you enjoyed it.